absolute sandbar turquoise heaven right now.
There we were, loving every minute in paradise. But we had a problem, a big problem. We were slowly sinking. We soaked in every minute that we could, knowing that we were racing against time while also trying to enjoy what little time we had left in the Bahamas. After weighing out all of our options and Steve trying desperately to stop the leak, we were forced to make our way from Georgetown Exumas back to the U.S.
So there's the leak, Saildrive. The leak trickles down from the Saildrive, and then it pools up in the engine compartment there, and then the bilge goes up.
Our starboard Saildrive was slowly leaking into the engine compartment, and there was no way to stop it without hauling out. This meant both rubber diaphragms had failed, which was on the rarer side. One of the major negatives of owning a catamaran: Saildrives. Sea Pearl is not ICW friendly, and she has a pretty wide beam, which means only a select few yards can haul her out. We opted to go to the Key Largo boatyard because they had immediate availability, and it was on our way home back to Southwest Florida. The channel was easily marked, no swift currents like we experienced at Cracker Boy in West Palm Beach. The only caveat of getting in and out is you have to go at high tide. That was no biggie. It was a pretty stress-free atmosphere, which was a welcome change from our other boatyard experience. It was the boys' first time seeing their boat out of the water and their first time in a boatyard. They did better than I expected. After a few days there, we decided to rent a car and head back to Fort Myers for the weekend, where we ended up leaving the boys with family while we finished up in the yard and made the journey through the Keys and Everglades back home. Living with two bigger dogs on a boat. Never-ending sand and dog hair, even though you vacuum 5 times a day. It was time to dig into the Saildrive and figure out why we were leaking.
Look at it. Yeah. It's not supposed to be that way at all. So it was stabbing.
Yeah.
Oh, you can see it.
You like put your finger through it?
Yeah. Here's my finger on the other side.
There it is.
That's the hole?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, like...
Wait, okay.
Like, it would take a lot for an oyster to, you know...
So what?
No, it's not.
Okay.
It wasn't an oyster.
Yeah.
What made the hole? The metal?
That same piece of metal kind of stabbed
itself
in here.
in there. It was like sticking. So this is the culprit of what's causing us to take on water. very slowly from our Saildrive underneath the back of the boat, which the Saildrive is a transmission that basically comes out the back of the motor and then goes straight down through the hull. And this rubber diaphragm is what basically keeps the water out. It sits up against the bottom of the hull. So what had happened, this metal clamp here, so what happened with the diaphragm, this hose clamp sits on this, and right here there's an indentation that looks like this, you'd be able to have access from underneath the water. It looks like maybe a diver or somebody put as they were cleaning barnacles underneath the hull, got up and accidentally punctured this, and this was riding. Actually, when we pulled this all out, this metal clamp was stuck in this groove and that hole there, and over time and movement, this probably just wore this hole in here. So yeah, it was maybe 5 gallons every 12 hours or so. It was a pretty fast leak, but not too bad. The bilge pump kept up with it.
This is the new one then, right?
It took a few days for the guys to take out the Saildrive, put in new rubber diaphragm seals, and put back together the Saildrive. They ran into a few issues along the way, just due to corrosion in older parts, but nothing they couldn't resolve.
Alright, got it. Okay, I'll lower it in. Shoot that to you.
It's angled. It's caught on the rock. Sorry, are you talking to me? Okay. Yep. Yep. Okay, I got it on my end. Watch your boot. There you go.
Sea Pearl was put back together and all fixed up, and it was time to go back in the water. The moment of truth. We had a great experience at Key Largo Boatyard. The owner, Ricardo, was very responsive, communicative, fair, and honest. The pricing structure was very straightforward. We would go back here again and can recommend them to any cruisers.